I'm so sad that I'm shooting this video for the second time. It's annoying.
Holding me back, gravity's holding me back. I want you to hold out the palm of your
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. For those of you that are new here, this is Jennifer of Jennifer Talks. Welcome. So, today's video is a long overdue video. I was even saying that today I'll come here with makeup all glammed up and all of that. But if you have a baby, if you have a baby, then you will know why I came with my bare face today. But today we are just going to be talking about immunization. This is something that actually got me confused. I'm still in my immunization process with my baby, but I was actually confused about this whole immunization thing, how it works, and and being in the medical field, I was like very curious about what is being given to my baby and at what point my baby is supposed to receive all of that and what impact does it make in my baby's health. So I actually wanted to know all of that. So whenever I go for immunization, I'm always, I don't know what is going on. I don't know the vaccines they are giving to my baby. So I got back home one day and I was like, I don't even know the particular week my baby is supposed to go for immunization, only because I had a particular card that will always tell me, oh, your next appointment is on this particular day, which I'm going to show you all what the card looks like. First off, I use a government establishment for my baby's immunization just because those ladies there, they are so they're already very experienced and professional. And besides, in the government hospitals, these immunizations are free. Why should I go for the same vaccine that is free in a government hospital and go and pay thousands of naira in a private hospital? I'm not saying it's a bad thing if you want your comfort and all of that in a private hospital and you want to pay in a private hospital, do you? But for me, I did not see any point going to a private hospital when I know that the government hospital is free and most times they have all of these vaccines. So that's not the point of today's video. Today's video is just to enlighten everybody, every mother out there, on why you should do your immunization, the days of the weeks you should do the particular ages you should do your immunization, and what this particular vaccines that they give to your baby at every point in time are for. So I did my research. I decided, I've been there, I've done that. I was once a confused mom. So I decided to put it out there to other mothers that might be confused on the particular months to go for their immunization. And when they go for those immunization, what are they giving to their babies? What meals are they supposed to give to their babies? And what impact does that have on their baby's health? Please, if you're still watching this video up to this very point, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share the video if you find it interesting. So, first of all, what is immunization? Immunization is simply a process whereby a person is being made resistant to a particular disease by administering a vaccine. That is simply what immunization is. They're just making your body resistant to a particular disease, and by so doing, they are giving you a vaccine. So those are the vaccines we take our children for and all of that. We have the EPI, which WHO has already established for us here in Nigeria. And by EPI, I mean expanded program of immunization. That is the EPI scale that WHO has already given us here in Nigeria. You might find me looking down. I had to jot down things so I don't miss any point. I had to jot down things for every one of you so I don't miss any particular point. So you do different immunizations. You do your first immunization at birth. Immediately you give birth to your baby, you do an immunization. You do an immunization at 6 weeks. You do another one at 10 weeks. You do another one at 14 weeks. You do another one at 6 months. And you do another one 9 months and 15 months. Please have these particular months at the back of your head. So now at birth, there is a particular vaccine that they give to your child at birth. At birth, your child is being administered BCG, OPVO, Hep B. Okay, so those are the three vaccines that you're going to give to your child at birth: BCG, OPVO, and Hep V. BCG, for some of you, that's immediately you give birth to your child, you go and vaccinate your child for this particular you go and give your baby these particular vaccines just to protect your child from the exposure of these diseases. So the first one, which is BCG, is known as basal kelmet guerin. I don't know if I pronounced it well, but please, you can go look it up. It's called basal Selmet guerin, and they're going to give your baby 0.5 mil of that vaccine, and it's going to be intradermal, left upper arm. They're going to give your baby that particular vaccine intradermal, and it is at the left upper arm of the that's this part. If you notice, everybody, if you check everybody right now, those people that, because people try to make sure they go through all these immunizations, if you check here, you have a particular mark. I don't know if my own is on my left or my right. You see a particular mark at the left part of your arm. They gave you that immunization there to actually prevent you from the exposure of tuberculosis. That is what that BCG does. It's given to you to prevent tuberculosis in children. So BCG is very important at birth, once you give birth to your baby. The second one, which is OPVO, is known as oral poliovirus vaccine. And this oral poliovirus has three types. So this first one that is given to you is POPVO. That's that's zero. The O means zero. So it's oral poliovirus. Is given, as we all know, oral means mouth. Is being administered by mouth, orally, 2 drops, and this is administered to your baby to actually prevent your baby from being exposed to polio virus. Is that being cleared? Then the last one is Hep B vaccine. Hep B vaccine, like the name implies, hep is just hepatitis. I was actually confused by all these abbreviations, but I, because I have a little knowledge, a background knowledge, a basic knowledge on all of these things, I was curious to go and look up and browse and see what are these particular things actually talking about. I'm going to show you guys what the card looks like. Hold on, let me get the card. Guys, this is what the immunization card looks like. This is it. Let me just open it up. I don't know if you can see over here. You're going to see all those abbreviations that I was talking about. See them closely. You can see the BCG, Hep V, OPVO, OPV1. That's, they have different columns for each of them. Down here, you can see measles 1 and 2. You can see vitamin A 1 and 2. So those are the different immunizations you're going to be doing at different stages. So now at 6 weeks, you're going to be doing pentavalent pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, OPV1, Rota 1. And this pentavalent prevents your child from getting infected by five life threatening diseases, which diphtheria, tetanus, tetanus, hepatitis B, and Haemophilus influenza type B. So these are what the pentavalent contains. These are what all of the drugs that the pentavalent contains. As you all know, penta means five. And the second vaccine, and Andre, show your face. Come on, show your face. Say hi. Hi. Say hi. So this pentavalent is giving 0.5 mil anterolateral aspect of the left thigh. And when I say anterolateral, I mean the front or the side part of your thigh. If I say posterolateral, is the back or the side part, the back side part of your thigh. So that being out of the way, you administer 0.5 mil of this pentavalent vaccine in the anterolateral aspect of the left thigh. Then the pneumococcal conjugate vaccine is also given 0.5 mil intramuscular in the anterolateral aspect of the right thigh. Then you have OPV 1. Remember, at birth you're giving OPV 0. At 6 weeks you're giving OPV 1, which is the oral polio vaccine 1. What is oral polio vaccine? And it's administered by mouth. You're giving 2 drops administered by mouth. And what is oral polio vaccine? Like, okay, for the pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, this vaccine is given to prevent your child from the exposure of Streptococcus pneumoniae. That is a particular organism, that's a particular bacteria that you have to give your baby this vaccine for, to prevent your child from contracting that disease. So now we have the OPV 1, which is the oral polio virus 1. It also enables you to prevent your child from contracting polio virus. You have rota 1. What is rotavirus? Rotavirus are all those diseases that are common in babies, which are known as the diarrhea, vomiting, fever. These are common in babies. So they tend to give children or administer rotavirus vaccine for babies. And you give them 1 meal, oral is administered orally, and we all know what orally means, by mouth. So that being said, the next vaccine that is going to be given to your baby is going to be at 10 weeks. Please follow me. At birth, at 6 weeks, at 10 weeks, at 14 weeks, at 6 months, at 9 months, and at 15 months. So the next one that is going to be given to your child is at 10 weeks, right? You're also going to give your baby pentavalent. Remember, pentavalent vaccines prevent your child from contracting 5 life threatening diseases, which are already mentioned. Then you have the pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. Pneumococcal conjugate vaccine 2, 0.5 mil intramuscularly, anterolateral aspect of the right thigh. You have the OPV2. You're going to give your baby 2 drops. This is your oral polio virus 2. You're going to give your baby 2 drops and it's administered orally. You have rota 2. That's rotavirus vaccine 2. You're going to also give 1 meal and it's going to be administered orally. Now you're going to go to the 14th week. Andre, please let me just finish my video. Please, Papa. 14 weeks, you're going to give your baby. They're also going to administer pentavalent, pentavalent to your baby. They're also, which is 0.5 mil intramuscularly, anterolateral aspect of your left thigh. They're also going to give your baby pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, intramuscularly to anterolateral aspect of your right thigh. And you're also going to be giving your baby OPV3. Remember, you gave OPVO at birth, you gave OPV1 at 6 weeks, you gave OPV2 at 10 weeks. Now, at 14 weeks, you're giving OPV3 just to prevent and secure your baby from contracting polio virus. Now, OPV3, you're giving 2 drops orally, and you're also going to give IPV. Now, at 14th week, this is the only different vaccine this is a new vaccine that gets introduced at your 14th week. Is known as IPV, also known as the SARS vaccine. IPV just simply means, I need to put it, simply means inactivated polio virus strains of all 3 poliovirus types. So this one is the inactivated polio virus. So you're going to give your baby IPV. Now, I got confused at 6 months. I just went for my baby's immunization because I was asked to come. From the card, I saw that my next immunization was at 6 months. And when I went there, they just put something in my baby's mouth, and I was like, "Is that all?" Because previously they always give my baby injections, but this time they just put something in his mouth, and it got me pondering and wondering until I did my research. I was like, "Oh, these people actually know what they are doing." So at 6 weeks, they are going to administer vitamin A, and we all know vitamin A is actually good for your baby's eyes, and it's given orally. Capsule they gave me a capsule, and they told me to put it in my baby's mouth. I opened it up with their scissors and I had to put it in my baby's mouth. So that was all. That is vitamin A for the 6th month. Now for 9 months, 9 months, your baby is going to be given measles first dose vaccine, 0.5 ml subcutaneous, that's under your skin, and left upper arm. That is going to be somewhere around your left upper arm for your baby's measles first dose. And they're also going to be giving yellow fever 0.5 ml subcutaneous to right upper arm. And they're also going to be giving your baby meningitis vaccine 0.5 ml intramuscular, and that's going to be in the anterolateral aspect of your baby's left thigh. Please, I hope you're following me on all of this. Don't get confused in any way, form, or manner. So now at ninth month, you're introducing measles vaccine, your first dose 0.5 ml subcutaneous left upper arm. Andre, you're giving yellow fever and you're giving meningitis. Do you understand? Now, after 9 months, the next vaccine that is going to be given, you're almost done with your vaccine process. So you need to start rejoicing. It's not like the baby is not still going to be taking other forms of vaccines, but for his age and at this particular time of his life, I feel like these particular vaccines will go a long way for your baby, protecting him from all these viral and bacterial diseases. Now, the at 15th month, at your 15th month, that's your baby's 1 year, 3 months. They're going to give your baby vitamin A second dose orally, that's by mouth, and they're going to give your baby measles second dose, also subcutaneous 0.5 ml left upper arm. Andrea is already disturbing. I hope you were able to catch up on the different types of vaccines that are going to be given at particular months of your baby's life, and you're not going to be confused whenever they're giving your baby a certain dosage of these vaccines. And you're going to understand what the importance of all these vaccines are for. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you did enjoy the video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share the video if you found it very educating and interesting. And I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye.